Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Rainey and Ralu Show, where we have mind hacks for your life. And today we're going to be speaking about creating a mental mastermind group. Now, mental mastermind group is golden for the entrepreneur who'd like to have more ideas, more input in how to grow their business. So we'll be speaking about that in just a moment. But before we get started, I want to let you know that we are simulcasting this video or podcast to about 4 different channels. Our Rainey and Ralu show, which is for our self-help people, and our American School of Hypnosis. So if you'd like to subscribe to this show and see things like this every weekday, we have the subscribe right below here. And I'm Rainey, and this young lady is...
I'm Ralu. Good morning, everyone. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the Rennie and Ralu Mind Hacks for Your Life on YouTube. Now, you already said that, but I just
Yeah,
wanted
so
to
we have that below here too,
pinpoint it. Yeah.
because
Okay.
the hypnosis people wouldn't know where to
Yeah.
go for that. So it's right below here,
Yeah.
and then, just below we have our free book too, which we'll talk about a little later on.
So, I
So
have an interesting topic today.
it's time to
Mastermind.
start. So I'm wondering why everyone is speaking so softly. I just realized I didn't have my ears in.
Oh, put your ears
There we
in.
go. My ears are in. Technical difficulties right off. All
Mhm.
right, so let's go ahead and get started. What is a mastermind group, first of all? Mastermind groups are awesome if you want to grow your business. Have you
Mhm.
ever tried to do something to expand your business, a certain area of your life, and you just have so many thoughts? It's like, oh, I wish I knew what else I could do. What else can I do? And you speak to people in different walks of life, maybe professionals, people who are really good at what they do. Bring them together and ask them or mention to them what you want to do and get their advice. And you're going to get so many more ideas
Mhm.
than what you would normally have yourself. In fact, we often speak about how 1 + 1 = 3 where it comes to masterminds, because where you have your ideas, like Raluca and I have my ideas, she has her ideas, and we want more. But as we discuss things, other ideas come up. And that's the whole idea of the mastermind group. And even in the Bible, wherever 2 or more are gathered in my name, there I am. So wherever 2 people gather, there's a mastermind, a larger mind there. You're accessing this universal consciousness. So if you
Mhm.
can't have a group, and that's the problem. A lot of times people say, I wish I had people to do this with, but nobody wants to. They all just want to help themselves. I wish I had somebody who wanted to help me. Well, if you can't find a group, create one. And that's this whole idea. I want you to imagine you're creating a mastermind group for yourself, for your business, or for you personally. And if you were going to do that, think of who you would invite. Anyone alive who's passed on. You could even create somebody that maybe isn't even a real person, but what would they have as a skill set?
I like how Napoleon Hill puts it in his book, Think and Grow Rich. He is really big on the mastermind principle, and he defines it as the
Mhm.
coordination of knowledge and effort between 2 or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. And the idea was presented to him by Carnegie. Carnegie was also really big on this concept. It was he had approximately 50 men in his he surrounded himself with for his mastermind. Um, so he attributed the power that he accumulated to the mastermind, one of the principles in Napoleon Hill's book.
Funny you should mention Napoleon Hill.
Yeah.
That's where I got this idea, reading
Hmm.
his Think and Grow Rich book many years ago. He spoke about this mental mastermind concept, and I've used
Hmm.
it quite extensively since then. Matter of fact, I'm even going to show you mine in a few moments. But I wrote down here, I want to find the exact words, what he said. He goes, my purpose was to rebuild my own character So it would represent a composite of the characters of my imaginary counselors. So he wanted to build his character
Yep.
so it represented all the people in his group. So there we go. With step number one would be choose your mastermind members according to their qualifications. So who would you choose for for your very first one?
Who would I choose? I think I would choose Harvey Ecker because he's really a mastermind when it comes to multiple sources of income and mindset when it comes to becoming very wealthy. So, right off the top of my head, Harvey Ecker would be one.
Great, great.
Yeah. Maybe
I'm curious. Who'd be number two? I know I'd be there, but other than
you be with me like up there at the top because we
yeah,
will be talking about everything together, right?
pilot, co-pilot, yeah. So who next?
Um, who next?
And you folks too, while we're saying this,
Maybe
who would you choose? Put it in the comments. I want to see who you choose to be on your mastermind. Matter of fact, put it in the comments all the way through this video. So that way, maybe by the time we're done, you'll
yeah.
have all of them chosen. You never know. And give other people ideas.
I
Number
like
two.
Warren Buffett. He says a lot of good stuff,
Ooh,
and he's really, he's really wealthy. But he does give a lot of good business advice, so I really like that.
yeah, maybe he'd bring the snacks, some really
Yeah.
expensive muffs or hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah. I learned quite a few things about investing from him, so he's great.
Great. So number two, the meeting that you're going to have with these people is generally focused on you and your business. Now, folks,
Mhm.
most of the things I'm going to be telling you about this mastermind group, how you put it together, this mental mastermind group would be the same way you would do it with a real mastermind group if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you have a real or any mastermind group, you need to have a unified focus. And that's the problem. Usually when you get a bunch of people together, oh yeah, I'll help you, but what's in it for me? Okay. But and and I agree with that. In sales, everything is what's in it for me for the customer. But this is the one situation where everyone has to be in it for the person who's on the seat that week. Like if it's just your mastermind, you're in the seat. But if it's a mastermind group, a live one where you have 10 people, each week, a lot of times they're going to have a different person in the target seat or the seat that you're helping that person. So everyone has to be focused, unified on helping that one person. Because if you go in and you start thinking about how's this going to help me, you're not helping that person, and it's killing that whole universal.
Idea. Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to be focused on that one person or that one, whatever it is he wants to have done. All right. Number three, to start, you'd briefly introduce each member and their area of expertise to refresh your mind what they bring to the table. Now,
Mhm.
I'm going to go ahead and show you mine really quick to give you an idea, okay? All right, this is one that I put together actually quite a while ago. And if I were to have a mastermind meeting back then, these are the people I would have chose. So, of course, Raluca would be my co-pilot. She's my sounding board. And I go to Tony Robbins. I would have chosen him because he's all about believing in yourself, confidence. Bruce Lipton, just love the guy. Okay. He's a I can't even say the word, cellular biologist. But he's really big in the law of attraction and manifesting. Esther Hicks, again, the law of attraction, and Napoleon Hill, think and grow rich. Going down, of course, Joel Osteen, Harv Eker. Look at that. That was Raluca's choice. And my buddy, Big Al here, Al Einstein, Dalai Lama, and of course, somebody with my personality, Charlie Chaplin, for his humor. Almond McGill, he was a national dean of hypnotists. He passed on a few years ago. Wonderful man and a magician. Prem Rawat, and to me, the best sales trainer in the world, Zig Ziglar. Okay, so you could see all these people and why I chose them. So it's important to see, to introduce them, like as I just did, to yourself, even though you're doing this by yourself, and what do they bring to the table. So then you have your question or desire ready, like I said, before you begin. So get your question ready. know what you're going to ask. And with a regular meeting, you do the same thing. All right. And number 5, state the problem that you need help with in detail. So, what is it? Do you have a business already and you want to know how to get more leads, or you want to know how to expand your message out? Or maybe you just want to start a new business. Okay, so here I am thinking, I want to start a new business. I want to start a new self-help business where I have people come join me every day and grow with me. And we're going to have, daily meditations and daily law of attraction or manifesting type tips, this kind of thing here. So what do you guys think about it? I get a lot more detail. So going across the room, okay, Tony, what would Tony Robbins say? Well, he'd probably say, Rainey, you got the idea, do it. Do it now. I can hear him right now. Don't wait. Just get out and do it. Okay. Now, maybe not everybody would have an idea, but look at the group. Who would have the main ones? What would Esther would jump up and say, have you thought this through? Is it going to be something that goes with the flow of your life? Are you going to be going downstream? Is it going to be easy? Are you going to be going against the flow, going upstream? Are you going to be having difficulty and not enjoying it? Okay. She's really big on that.
On
And
resistance. Is they have going to have resistance?
that's the word. Is there going to be a lot of resistance in your life? Napoleon Hill says, well, hey, if you thought of it, if you can think of it, that's the only thing you can control in your life. You can only control your own thought. If you think of it, then you can do it. You can achieve it. Then Harv Eker.
Have a definite purpose.
Right.
I like how he says that.
Yeah. Harv Eker would be, you're going to make money with it. If you're going to make a lot of money, and especially if you're going to make passive income, do you have to be there all the time doing it? Will it have residual income coming in? Ooh, that's something I hadn't thought of.
Be the director of the orchestra, he says.
And Einstein would go, aha, great idea.
Yeah.
Or you'd say,
yeah. We have somebody says, no, Bob Proctor. We have several of these mastermind boards, guys. So
yeah, this board, by the way, was made before I even knew about Bob Proctor. Okay, actually, he was starting out just like me. Yeah, this was made a different time. Matter of fact, I went through my computer last night trying to find my mastermind, mental mastermind groups. And some of them, it's like, I can't believe that guy was on it. Oh, wow, look at this one. Where did he come from? So I had like 4 or 5 of them, but this one here was the one that was most prepared to show you. I think this was from about maybe 7 or 8 years ago, probably.
Yeah.
And of course, Charlie Chaplin would say,
love Bob. We definitely both love Bob.
Yeah, he's a great mentor. Charlie Chaplin would say, is it fun? Am I going to have a good time doing it? You see what I mean? So think about what each of them would say. Now, these are things that you probably wouldn't think about if you're just sitting in your chair by yourself saying, what do I do? But now you're getting all these different mindsets coming to you. You see what I mean? So go to each person, ask their opinion. Do this by looking at the picture of each person, thinking of their personal traits, what you know about them, and imagine what advice you think they'd give to you. Now, very important, take your time and listen. Now, okay, people say, oh, what are you hearing voices? Well, yeah, I usually do, but
he always does.
Yeah. And I discuss it with them. This is why this is a great fit with me, because I can talk back to the voices. But no, this is kind of like a meditative type thing. I mean, I'll sit in the chair and I'll look at the picture on my big screen, and I'll just imagine what would they say, and I listen. It's kind of like when you meditate, you're listening for an answer, or when you pray, sit there and listen for an answer. If you're just asking, and you walk out, is that how you speak to your father or your mother or your partner? No, you ask them a question and you sit there and you're quiet for a while. Let them think about it. Let your own mind mull over it, and you think about what would they say, and almost to the point where you can hear them. I mean, do it now. Okay, thanks, Tony. And or he might say, man, where's your head? That's out in left field. That ain't gonna work. Come on. So, what would they say? Take the time and listen. Next, thank them for their input and end the meeting. I mean, you think that's simple, but gratitude is the greatest of pretty much all the emotions where it comes to business, to growth, to manifesting. Anything you're grateful for, you get more of. So if you want to have ideas, be grateful for the ideas they gave you. And it's the same thing in a live mastermind room. People are going around the room giving you their ideas. I think you should do that. You should do this. And you're writing them down. Show your gratitude to these people. And next time, next meeting, they're going to give you even more ideas. Matter of fact, if they see you're grateful for it throughout the week, they're probably going to make phone calls and research and see what else they can come up with to help you. So the next week will be even better. And the next week will be even better. Think of it, when you're grateful to someone, don't they try harder to help you? But if you take advantage of them, just go, and move on, they're going to say, well, heck with that. I'm not going to help them. So show gratitude. And of course, you get all these great answers. And just like with a real mastermind group, what do you do throughout the week or however long it's going to be before you have your next meeting? Review all your answers and see if any of them work for you. And like Tony Robbins would say, do it. Get out there and do it. So before I move this picture off, hey guys, thanks a lot. I appreciate you helping. All right. So now we move back and my mastermind group has left and they didn't bring snacks this time. Maybe next time
Oh man.
they'll have cake.
Is there? Yeah, you
So
might as well tell them where that comes from because they're going to be wondering what's he talking about.
yeah.
Hey,
I like
Jack O'Neill.
sci-fi. There's a
Why?
movie called Stargate, and Jack O'Neill, who's a general, every time they're going to have a meeting, he always goes, "Will there be cake?" It's just funny. He always have that side. Will there be cake?
Is there going to be cake? Mhm.
So I guess I adopted it just because it's funny.
Funny.
So you have anything to add to that, Ralu?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, the imaginary mastermind group. But I want to add to also have a mastermind if you can with the people surrounding you, people that are supporting. Maybe some people work for you. I wanted to bring up the Carnegie principle of the mastermind. He had 50 men with a definite purpose, he says, of manufacturing and marketing steel. Okay. These 50 men weren't necessarily all businessmen. Some of them might have been, but a lot of them were employees that worked for him. Yeah, I'm sure they were smart men because they were helping him to manufacture and market steel. But you can have a real life mastermind too. We have one actually twice a year, and it's in a form of having a training, a live class, right? So you might wonder, what do you mean he's got twice a year when he teach? When we're teaching class, we meet a lot of people,
Right,
new
exactly.
people, right? And we do have a part in class where we talk about marketing, and we taught class now for what, 20 years? Do you even longer than I did,
Yeah, about
30
25 years.
years. So every single time we teach one of this class, I look at it as a mastermind. Why? Because over the course of the decades, we've learned so much from other people. I
Mhm.
mean, one time, for example, we had a class where we met a gentleman, and he said, just casually, "Hey, have you tried using AdFly? AdFly back then was big.
Oh,
Right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
it's not. But back then, he says, hey, I've heard about this AdFly thing. You should try it." Well, as a result of that one thing that he said during the marketing meeting in a class, we used it, and it was amazing how many people we got on our mailing list. Thousands of people
Yeah,
came to
thousands
follow
from
us
that.
from that one casual thought that he had told us. And we're teaching people in marketing in the classroom, but we also learn from them. So the way I look at it, I don't know if I ever told you that. Maybe I did, Rennie, but twice a year we do have a big mastermind meeting, because we always have learned
Mhm.
from other people coming to our class. They always have ideas, and it's a wonderful thing. So the beautiful thing is that we all have the same mindset, being there,
Exactly.
hypnosis oriented, life coaching oriented, and ideas flow between us and them. We don't position ourselves, oh, we're the teachers, we're the best, well, you better listen to us. No, that's not how it works. That's not what a good teacher does. You teach the students what you know, and they teach you what they know. So that's the beauty of that. So
Exactly.
if
It's
you
just
have
like this
Mhm,
mastermind. We get people from all over the world, especially now that our classes are online,
on Zoom,
and
yeah.
we've had psychics, we've had doctors, we've had scientists, we have so many different background people
Hmm.
teaching. We always get so many ideas. Matter of fact, just like right now, in fact, okay, I
Hmm.
always teach with a notepad right next to me.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I've got pages just from this last class that we taught. Matter of fact, it was just finished Sunday, and we do them
Hmm.
twice a year, usually in right around March and September. But yeah, we
Yes.
just taught a class, and I get so many ideas. Matter of fact, a lot of the books that I've written came from ideas I've gotten throughout the years from people teaching me. I think being
Mastermind
an
is a really good
instructor,
thing to have. Yeah.
yeah, being an
Hmm.
instructor is the best way to learn. The more
Yeah.
you teach, the more you learn. It's amazing. Matter of fact, when I learned Reiki, I knew nothing at all about Reiki. We had a Reiki master come into one of my classes, and she ended up being my teacher and taught me Reiki. So I became certified, and
Hmm.
actually I did it twice because I forgot most of what I did the first. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I am a double Reiki master. I guess it doesn't give me double the whammy, but
Yeah.
uh, hey, it was a good refresher. Yeah, so teaching is a great way to do it. I didn't realize, but we're doing a mastermind twice a year. So if you
Absolutely.
want to be
Yes.
part of next year's mastermind, look at the link below the
But you're
video in the
together with
hypnosis site.
like-minded people, yeah, and it's really beautiful because ideas are flowing. Even when Rennie's teaching class, people have questions. Every time people had a question, ooh, we better put that in the course next year because it's a great idea.
Yeah,
And so that's how a business grows, when you have
that's how it
like-minded
grows.
people. Yeah. So let us know in the comments. I really would like to know if you have ever been part of a mastermind group, or would you be part of a mastermind group? And if you were, how did that work out for you? What input did you get? How did it work for your business? Leave a comment below in the video, and I would love to read them. I love to read the comments. That's it. That's all I've
That's
got.
that's where we need to insert the
Yeah.
crickets, folks. You haven't sent us sound effects for crickets yet. If I
Uh,
do them
yeah.
myself, it sounds weird.
Randy's
So
getting
that's what
good at it, so yeah,
yeah,
no need to.
that's what we have for you folks today. This is how to create a mental mastermind
Mastermind.
group. So do it. It will help you. And as Tony says, do it. Do it now. So with that, we want to thank you all for coming. And like I said, for those of you that are not part of the Rainy and Ralu channel, please go ahead and subscribe to us right below. We put the link in the description. And if you haven't received actually there's two books. For
Mhm.
those of you in the hypnosis site, if you haven't received our self-help book, which is free, Wake Up and See Who You Are, you can download it in the link below this video. And for those of you in the self-help site, if you'd like to learn about how
Yeah.
to grow your mind, how to expand your mind with hypnosis or any mind methods, we have our 446-page clinical hypnosis manual free in the link below the video, and a lot of other stuff. So go ahead and see what we have. Thank you for watching. And as always, I give Ralu the last word.
Thank you for watching. And like Rennie said, don't forget to go to rennieandralu.com and get the free book. Link below the video. And also, we have links over there. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.